The National Arboretum offers the serene natural beauty of a public garden. But government scientists in charge of this complex are on a top priority mission to shore up the U.S. economy by making sure this critical type of agriculture continues to thrive.
What we do is support the American nursery industry. So you have ornamental landscapes, floriculture, turf. So it forms a large portion of the American agriculture and therefore an important part of the economy.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture reports that the ornamental and landscape plant industry generates $13.8 billion in sales each year. That makes it a critical business that must be protected.
We are first and foremost a premier scientific institution, science-based research facility and public garden.
Facility scientists develop new plants and technology for the flower and nursery industries. They've released almost 700 new plant variations since 1927.
Why develop new plants, the changing climates, changing habitat, new threats. So developing plants that are tolerant or capable of handling adverse situations is very important.
Scientists accomplish that by cultivating plants that are native to the area, as well as those that are not. The priority here is woody landscape plants, like trees and bushes. Arboretum researchers collect as much genetic diversity as possible to cope with emerging threats.
There are examples where the gene in a wheat plant or a grape plant has been able to thwart a disaster, a catastrophic event of a collapse of a critically important agricultural crop.
The Arboretum is also home to one of the largest collections of preserved seeds in the world. The public gardens are an open secret in the area. They draw about 600,000 visitors each year, but that's a fraction, for example, of the 25 million people who visit the National Mall. Among the highlights for visitors are the original columns from the east portico of the United States Capitol building.
They're pretty iconic here. They were the originals from around 1820s to the Eisenhower administration in the 1950s. So every president from Andrew Jackson to Eisenhower was inaugurated under those columns.
Another big draw is this centuries-old tree that survived the U.S. bombing of the Japanese city of Hiroshima. It's one of 53 bonsai trees that Japan gifted to the United States.
It was up against the wall, and the blast went up and over the wall, and the tree survived it. You know, planting a tree is something you can do for generations to come. The Yamaki pine is a symbol of that.
As are all of the plants here, which scientists work to preserve in order to keep America green for centuries to come. Dora McQuarr, VOA News, Washington.